This is my son's 2017 Honda Civic Si. You've seen other videos on this channel regarding this car. You know, I love Hondas and I loved working on them. I gotta say, this one is a little more complicated than the golden age of Hondas that you and I remember, the 90s and 2000s. We actually just bought a 90s Honda. I want to show you guys, so for a quick little comparison between this car and that car. So this is the 99 Integra race car that we got. As you can see, it's pretty cool. This is like the golden era of Hondas. This car has been a race car since 1999. So it's got a lot of track history on it. I actually owned a 1994 Integra GS-R back in the day that I ran with SCCI, raced ITS. This car is very similar in build to it. Mainly, I wanted to show you guys this engine and the simplicity of this car under the hood. So you can see this under the hood is a very simple car. It's a 99 Acura Integra GS-R. It's got a B18 C1. You know, the transmission's out of it right now, but this transmission had a limited slip. You know, I think it's got a Type R final drive. We're still trying to figure that out. But this is a beautiful car. It's very simple to work on. You know, there's no turbo, not a lot of plastics under here. You know, you want to get these components out of this car. It doesn't take long to repair, replace, maintain this thing at all. Yeah, and take a look under hood here. Look, you know, no plastics, no turbo stuff. This is a nice 4 length equal exhaust header. Look at this nice radiator. I mean, anything you need to service in this car is very easy. I mean, even when this was all stock, these components were very easy to service. You could pull the radiator out, you know, without touching the radiator support, anything like that. Look at this engine. You know, basically you have one engine mount up here, one in the back that we already pulled for the transmission. You know, you had a couple here. Wow. And that's it. There's not even one in the front on this one. I mean, this is very simple. On this car, we pulled this transmission in about 2 hours. That's how easy this thing is to work on. At this point, if I wanted to take out the rest of the engine, I mean, there's one engine mount holding it in and this brace. And, you know, I got a couple hoses, a little bit of wiring, and this engine's out if I needed to. I don't really need to replace it. I just wanted to show you guys, I mean, this is an era of a car that is easily swappable. You look at this nicely packaged engine, it fits everything. It fits all the 90s and early 2000s Hondas. You know, you want to put this engine into a 92 Honda Civic, no problem. It bolts right in. You know, I think there's like one wire, if I remember correctly, from back in the day that you needed for the VTEC solenoid that the standard Honda did not have. And that's it. So this is a car that's built very simple, very rugged. They're made to last. I mean, obviously this thing's 27 years old. Tons of race miles. I think it's got 17,000 miles on it right now. And it's all race miles. You know, and this is the original engine and transmission on this thing. There's no reason to see why this wouldn't last another 20 years. You compare this to that 2017 Civic with the turbo motor. You know, there's a lot more underhood heat with the turbo. You know, we're talking a lot more plastics under the hood. I'm not seeing it lasting anywhere near as long as this thing. And as you see online, I mean, the 1.5 liter turbos haven't been bulletproof. They have been failing. Head gaskets at least. So check out this video of this thing ripping. It sounds pretty sweet. You can hear when the VTEC actually switches over to the high cam lobe, around 4,500 RPM. Yeah, it's nice. It's a beautiful car. Very simple. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, crazy stuff on a generation car like this. Like, you know, you remove the door card, so, you know, now the car thinks the door's open and it won't let you drive. You know, a lot of modern cars have these kind of things. This one doesn't. I've seen a video of a new Corvette C8. If you damage the hood latch in the front here, and there's not even an engine up there, it won't let you start the car. Crazy. So this is peak Honda to me. This was the best, not only that Honda's ever built, this generation of cars. Well, I believe this was like peak auto. back then. I mean, this thing made almost 100 horsepower per liter. You know, it was very compact powertrain, very swappable. You know, these components lasted forever. This is beautiful. Now let's go back to the Civic Si, the 2017, and we can compare a little bit. Yeah, so this car, you could see, this 2017, in comparison to that 99 Integra, you know, under hood here, it's pretty crowded. You know, the turbo plumbing up front takes up a lot of room. You could see the radiator right here. You know, it's pretty hard to reach. If you saw the video right here when I was rebuilding this Honda from, you know, I got it at Copart, you know, I talked about the fan blades and how one of them had a little nick on it. I wound up buying a brand new blade from Honda because I didn't want to have to deal with, you know, taking apart this section, the upper rad support. I'm not sure how much else I need in order to actually get the fans out. In general, all changes are easy on this car, but in terms of anything else if you need to do, like you saw the Integra, we pulled the transmission. It took like 2 hours. This car, I'm not sure we're going to be able to do it anywhere near as fast. Where we were on that Integra, I was probably 20, 30 minutes away from being able to pull the engine entirely. Here, even if I got to that transmission, look at how much more additional plumbing there is here. I mean, there's a lot of, you know, additional hoses everywhere. You know, mainly the turbo thing. Like that's, I think, the biggest difference for me in terms of, you know, the older, like the B series Honda motors that you saw in the Integras, the K series that you saw in the RSXs, and now this, you know, the 1.5 liter engines. The 1.5, you know, just has a lot of additional stuff that comes with it. You can see there's a lot of plastics, a lot of stuff for the turbo. I think overall the engine management on this is just a little more complicated than what you and I are used to from, you know, the 90s and the early 2000s Hondas. So, you know, I like this car, but I don't know if it's as durable. I don't think it's as durable as the old cars. Like, you know, the Integra's a 99, so what is it, 27 years old? You know, when this thing's 27 years old, it'll be 1944. Are people going to be building this into a race car? I'm not really sure. You know, this 1.5 liter on its own, they're already having head gasket issues right out the box, right? I know there's fixes for it, but that doesn't give you confidence that it's going to be a reliable car. You know, that Integra over there has got its original head gasket, and I'm sure it's going to be fine for a long, long time. So I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of a comparison between the two cars just to show you, you know, this car is nice. I like Hondas a lot. I like the way they drive. You know, I like the mechanics of these things. But even something as simple as a Honda has gotten a lot more complicated over the decades. I mean, I just look in here, I'm just like, man, if you actually got to do an actual repair on this, there's a lot of tear up. I mean, you have to take off this top cover, the core support. Most likely, you're going to have to remove the bumper cover, headlights, you know, to get in for anything further, anything deeper here. The Integra, even if you had to remove a bumper cover for something, it wasn't this, like you could see here, you know, this really complicated multi-piece stuff. You know, the Integra was just one big unit. It had, you know, a couple bolts here, you know, a strip of bolts here, a couple there, you know, a couple underneath. 10 minutes, you'd have that bumper cover off. This car is nowhere near that. Anyway, that's why I just wanted to do a little trip down, you know, like nostalgia lane. So it is interesting to me seeing the difference, even on a car as simple as this Civic. I really love those 90s Hondas. I thought that was like the golden age, not only of Honda, but of cars in general. I mean, you saw how simple that car was in terms of, you know, accessibility and repair. But now, yeah, you saw that car had a ton of power. Back in the day, that thing was making close to 100 horsepower per liter without a turbo. Yeah, one other thing I wanted to add about this car is, you know, when I look at Facebook Marketplace or, you know, online at Hondas or any cars, I generally like these cars and I do look at them, but the ones I really spend my time looking at saying, damn, I wish we can get a newer one of these, are cars like that Integra, you know, 90s Civics, a CRX. I mean, we were just at a track day and there were a couple CRXs, you know, with hopped up like B18, B20 engines. Man, those things are awesome. You know, I guess really the point of me doing this video is to tell you guys, I really wish we can get new cars like those older Hondas again. You know, I don't know if I'd buy a new one, but I'd certainly buy a 5-year-old version of them
for myself. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. You know, if you're kind of like my age, more or less, you know, I hope this was like a little trip down memory lane for you. And, you know, like and subscribe.